Okay, so I think we're filming. It's hard for me to tell sometimes because this camera doesn't have like a red dot that kind of like lets you know, hey. I guess I could like turn the viewfinder around, but I don't know. So this is the awkward phase of the video where I really don't know what to talk about, but overall I think I'll give a little update about things. Well, it's always a school situation. I think that I'm learning a lot in school, but I haven't been able to catch up. But I think I'm okay with that because ultimately, like, there's just so much to learn in the class. Like, overall, it's going to be better for me to like take the time that is needed to learn everything that's there, you know? Like, because it's a lot of information, and it's a lot of like good information. It's sometimes stuff that I already know, but it's articulated in a way that like that I don't phrase myself. Like, it'll put things into words that I do naturally, and then the class will go deeper, and sometimes it's too much for me to keep up with, to be honest. And you know, maybe I was kind of smug because I think I went into the class thinking like I would know everything, but when I read some of these things, like I have no idea what they're talking about. So, you know, and as an artist, like, who has an appreciation for her own style, I think about like, do I want to change too much? Like, I don't want to change too much, but I want to learn enough. I want to learn everything that I can learn that's going to apply to me, and I don't want to kind of become like a, you know, like a taught artist. Like, I've never been opposed to classes, and of course never opposed to an awesome mentor, you know. But in like a school setting, like I've found that I have the same feel, that it feels like school, but it's totally different because it's like art, and it's like all art. So yeah, so like in traditional school, you kind of have to take what they're saying like I'm just here playing the game, you know. But that's with like core type of classes, like fundamental classes. When you get into like the higher level classes, then it's like, you know, what you're concentrating on. But here I'm already in it because it's like, you know, an art school, but it's also graduate level, so I don't have to take like the maths and, you know, like history and stuff, that kind of thing. Art history is cool for the most part. Like, I'm a really huge, fan of art history. So, and it's really inspiring and interesting, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm kind of like, I'm comfortable when I'm studying like art history. It's very fun for me. Like, I used to have a lot of books, and a lot of them were books on art. I got rid of all of them, you know, over the years, because, you know, I found that they take up a lot of space, and sometimes, you know, the weight isn't good. So, but I haven't been looking at like, you know, older pieces of art, or like, you know, art through the years. So that's something I need to do. That's something that I feel like is best done through books. Digital books and things like that, not my favorite, but they definitely have a use, you know. But very convenient because there's no space taken up. There's no like heavy stuff to, you know, take with you when you move, you know. So Another thing about being in class is that a lot of times your professor wants you to show progress shots, and so I gotta make sure that everything is cool. Like, I can't sit on my hair, but yeah, your professor wants you to show like progress shots, and that is very exposing because I don't just show, you know, the world my work. Like, I guess I do to a degree, but it was like, it's like an organized degree, you know. In class, like, I have other students, like my peers in the class, that are able to see these things, and I always like writing a lot, you know, so when I comment on what I'm doing, I want to like say a lot, but then I catch myself and I like keep most of what I, you know, would have to say back, you know, because it's just, you know, like there was a person I found, like, after like a post, they kind of, it looked like they adapted my style a little bit, and the person wasn't too well practiced. So I was thinking, did she just buy my style? And I had to think, like, well, I guess it's what people go through, and ultimately it doesn't matter. But I was still like, you know, like, whoa, 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 you know. But I guess I just, you know, you have to be cool, because I know that I've bitten a style before, so I guess it's just something I have to get used to. But all in all, everything is good. I'm getting to know the gouache paint even more, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy like how inky it is. Like, it's just so flat, you know, like the color, like you don't mix them around. There is no gradient between them. It's like each line, or at least each area, has its own like situation, almost like paint by numbers, or like you know, borders, and it's so unique, you know. But I've been really enjoying, you know, painting with it, because it's like totally different than oil paints, like totally. So I didn't think I'd like anything that was mixed with water, but I do. So I was thinking about what that would mean. I've been thinking about professionally, you know, how to incorporate my schoolwork into like my professional work, like what I would sell, what to keep, things like that. Because there is a lot of work that gets produced, and honestly, like working for, you know, like a company, it hasn't, like, I just don't have the time, almost like a job now that I potentially would be, you know, testing for with the company that I work with. They're an online company, and everything is online. I don't deal with any people, and they're headquartered like in Australia. And so one of the projects, you know, I was thinking about taking, you know, it requires 4 hours of work a day, and that's a lot. I mean, it may not be a lot when the fall term starts, because then it won't be like doubled up work. But if I could sell more, that would just make things way easier, and then I can be a full-time student. So making those things work together is, you know, potentially like a good deal. So personally, I've been remembering to take time to journal and sketch like things for myself, like, you know, not just for me, but like things that aren't related to like class. And I've noticed that little things that I'm learning in class come out in what I've been sketching like recently, and that's pretty cool to see, you know. Like some of the fundamentals have been ironed out, so that's exciting because it's like I'm still me, but like better. So I don't know what else. I've been trying to maintain myself. I'm still looking for a new place, so I hope that I find that soon. But I've really missed gaming, so hopefully soon I'll be able to game. I've been on handhelds, but I've been getting like overwhelming like missings of Skyrim. So, you know, that's my personal life. I'm using the tripod that I got. I thought it was missing the piece, like the liaison between the camera and the tripod. It's like this little base, but it turns out it was like attached to like the cell phone adapter. I guess you can like put this on the tripod and you can use your cell phone to film. I don't even know, but I don't even, oh, I don't know. I'm confused because if your cell phone's bigger than this, I don't know what happens, and I don't know what this does. But anyway, the plate was on this, so the people, they refunded me part of the money so I can order another one. But then I found that it was attached, and I wrote them back and said, can you take the money back? But they haven't written me back, so I don't know. We'll figure it out though. I don't know. I'm pretty like simple. Like if it was up to me, all I really need is like maybe eBay, a grocery store, some art, some booze, and like maybe a TV, maybe YouTube, some music, something like that, some gaming. And that's pretty much like my entire world. And cooking, you know, like I don't really have much else. Like I read a little bit, but that's part of that whole electronic book thing, I think. But it could be a laziness thing. I don't think I'm lazy, but I don't know, I just haven't been reading lately. I think I've just been doing other things when I get up and I start schoolwork, and I've been trying different like approaches to it. And then after a certain time, like after dinner and after like just being done, I switch gears to like usually like YouTube and sketching, wine, gaming, you know. And that's pretty much like my day, you know. I've ordered some cool things off of eBay. I don't really use Amazon too much. I don't know, something just sketchy about their that situation. So yeah, so recently like I ordered a new phone. I'm very excited, but I had to send it back. I ordered an iPhone. It's only a 5C, but I'm really excited about it, but it didn't work, so I had to send it back. And then I had to order another one from a different seller. And what's funny is that the place that I ordered this phone from literally is probably a 30-minute drive from where I am, and it is taking like 4 days to get here. I'm not even kidding. Like it's crazy, right? Like I thought it was gonna be here like ultra fast. I ordered it on like the 30th or the 29th, and it's estimated to get to where I am on the 3rd. That's mental. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. So, but it's okay, because I had to order a SIM card from my cell phone carrier, and you know, I got word of that being shipped out a couple days ago, and that's not supposed to get here until the 3rd. So I just thought that was really like interesting. But otherwise, I'm excited about my eBay purchases. I'm trying not to go like, you know, overboard, but everything has been really fun to like buy, and you know, school is fun. I'm relaxed and calm, so you know, and I'm excited about the work that I'm doing. I'm trying to alleviate the pressure that I put on myself to meet the deadlines, and then I'm trying to just really like evaporate all that away and get to like the core of like the information and enjoying like the whole process. So I've also, you know, purchased new things for like my nails, little girly things, like, you know, because I haven't been doing my nails, but hopefully they'll look better from now on. Little things for my skin, stuff like that. I feel like I'm on vacation, you know, like I feel like the urge to do more, and there's nothing really more that I can do. And it's like I kind of realized this a couple of months ago, but I haven't like, it hasn't like, you know, become reality in my mind. Like that happens with me, and it's just as frustrating for me as anybody who is involved, you know, because I guess it's like my core stubbornness, like, and it's like core. I have to fight against myself. I have to fight against myself, my own stubbornness. So it's not easy. So today's setup is my, and you can see it here, it's a Manfrotto. Let's see, I'm gonna test, that's me testing my lens to see if it's going to, I don't know how to use my lens yet, if you can't tell, but this is a Manfrotto tripod, and I have my mic, and that's it, in natural light. So I think it's a little dark. Like I tried taking pictures of myself and it just didn't work. I don't know, do I need to take like camera lessons? I mean, I thought I knew enough about photography to like get the basics down, but I'm like getting my ass like kicked in this thing. But I really like it. Like I just love this camera so much. It's so cool. Like there's just so many little attachments, and I have sorry, I have a little remote for it, but it came with a dead battery, so I need to get the battery, but that's gonna be cool. But I thought I was gonna be able to use it for taking a video, but I think the remote I got is only good for the shutter. So I might, now that I like know that, because I ordered it thinking that it was going to be cool to record, but it only hits for the shutter. It only has 2 buttons. It was like closest, I think, to the OEM but then they have like this mega one, and it was way more expensive. But then I also thought that it would lose compatibility, because I wasn't entirely sure if it was like designed from like the original make. So I'm gonna research that, and plus I took the cheaper route, you know, OEM and cheaper versus more expensive, more features, but potentially not OEM. Like, I don't like using non-OEM type stuff. Like, the camera is cool, like all that, but when it comes to like electronic compatibility, I just like sticking with the manufacturer's style. So I guess that's that. Any new adventures? I guess the next adventure is going to be with different equipment. Maybe a similar setup, but different equipment. So, like, when the phone comes, it's going to be cool to record with that phone's camera. Versus the camera that I was using, which was an older Samsung Galaxy Note 4 that had a better camera on it than my LG like K10 or something like that. It was like wasn't like a fancy like mainstream kind of phone. It was kind of part of when I was with AT&T. So but that'll be fun. And then I think what's next for this situation is to shoot with this tripod and mic and camera. I'm just playing, and with the circle light. So hopefully that'll be kind of cool. And then from there, like expand, but just a little bit of an expansion. But I'm kind of like rambling, but I think maybe because I'm comfortable. So yeah. So now I'm just going to get back to work, you know, study some paperwork for school, some written out stuff, and then get to work on the physical things. So, but I will see you next time, and I hope that everything is well. Bye.